All right, welcome to the call tonight, guys. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Before we get started, I'm going to ask that you shut down any distractions that you may have going on your computer or on your phone, and kind of meet us halfway as far as, being totally present so that we can spend quality time with each other. Oh, I have it on speaker. Okay, there we go. Also, I wanted to take this moment to tell you guys about the National Wake Up Call. It's actually super fitting for tomorrow is Janelle Summers. She's going to talk about, let me see how they word it. Look at, I can't remember where it said. Okay, she's talking about presenting the coach business opportunity, which has led to 465 personally sponsored coaches. Insane. So tomorrow, I'll bump the post that we have that tells you all the details for the National Wake Up Call. But that one's going to be a great one because it's going to kind of follow into what Al and I are talking about tonight. So tonight we wanted to talk to you guys about handling objections. I talked to a few of you guys and you were kind of having a hard time navigating when people say like, no, I can't do that, or no, that doesn't sound good, and things like that. So I wanted to give you a few of my top tips for how I overcome that. And also, Al is on here to talk to you because she has been super successful in building her team. So I wanted you guys to hear advice from a newer coach too. So, so sorry. So you guys know that when you're in the new coach training, you have the scripts that I provide for how to talk to people about challenge groups and things like that. I can walk you through where to find those if you don't know, but there's a misFIT Republic script that is really fantastic. It's actually really good because when I first started as a coach, we didn't have any scripts to go by. There was nothing. So I remember going through my scripts, talking to someone from start to finish, and then I posted it, like removing the names, in our team page in Andrea's misFIT Republic, to see if anyone had feedback, like how can I work this better? I was really worried that I was saying the wrong things because there was no script to tell me how to do this. So I wanted to take that away from you guys so that you didn't have to worry that you don't know what to say. So we have the scripts in there, which will just help you learn how to talk to people. I don't think you should have to use it 100%. You should use your own voice, but it's a really good roadmap to follow. So when we are doing the script, there's a lot that we do that is forming people. It's really getting to know people. So I had this one girl today, she was asking me about the 3-day refresh group. And it's like, I said, I'd love to talk to you about the 3-day refresh group, but we haven't talked in like 2 years. How are you? So instead of her feeling like it's all about a sale for her, I wanted to get to know her, reconnect with her, and see how things are going before we started talking about products. So form means family, occupation, recreation, and message. So it's like we go through all of the details of their lives first, really get to know them before we talk about anything that has to do with financial sales or anything like that. I can tell you on the receiving end, I get all of these messages from people that they're like, hey, I'm sending out messages to everyone to see if they want to be part of my whatever party on Facebook. But they don't really get to know me to see if I would even like that. And part of the form process is sometimes we're talking to people and we can already tell it's not a good fit for them. I've been talking to people before and they're like, I'm super busy, I want to lose weight, but I really hate having to track my calories or having to write everything down. It totally doesn't work for me. In talking to them, I'm never going to suggest something that asks them to track containers because it's just not going to be the right fit for them. Maybe I'll find out that the containers, or not the containers, the actual workout is good for them, but I'll know not to say that as a selling point because it'll be the opposite. Pardon me. I ask a lot of detailed questions. If you look at the difference between the misFIT questions and mine, some of them are like, they ask really personal questions. It says, when you look in the mirror, how do you feel? And it's like triggering that emotional response out of them, but that's slightly outside my comfort zone, so I took that out of my own script. But I posted both of the scripts for you guys so you could kind of feel like where your comfort zone is, because there's no right or wrong when it comes to learning what's going to help people. So I definitely suggest going through the scripts and figuring out what's your happy place. If you have to save them as a document and completely reword them, just using them as a roadmap, I totally think that that's a great idea. When I am talking to someone and they're like, maybe they responded to a post that you made and they say, like the 3-day refresh girl, she's like, tell me more about the 3-day refresh. after we got to know each other a little bit, talking about family, occupation, recreation, things like that, I said, I would love to talk to you about this, but first, you mind if I ask you a few questions just to make sure it's the right fit for you? So as a customer, this is kind of like, when you go to a grocery store, or not a grocery store, to a store at the mall, and they take your things and they wrap them up in tissue paper, even though they're not going to break in the bag, like clothes, they're not going to break, clearly. But they wrap them up in tissue paper and they put them in a gift bag for you, and then they walk around the counter and hand it to you. All of a sudden, this $100 purchase doesn't feel so much because you're treated like a person, not like dollars. So that is our goal, to give people. We don't want to treat them like Success Club points or like an income in the bank, because that's not what they are. So asking a few more questions, really getting to know them and giving them our time is what is going to give them that boutique experience when we're online. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat, guys. I'm telling you, the weather does not enjoy my sinuses. But so Al, you have been super successful in really launching your business. You've added 6 coaches in the last, 5 weeks?
I think.
About 5 weeks. So I really wanted to hear from you when you are talking to people about a challenge pack or about the coaching opportunity. What is your mindset going into that?
Well, usually it's just like they're talking to me because they've seen like my posts or like see like I've gotten a couple messages recently from people in high school I haven't talked to, since high school. So like 10, 11 years about like, hey, how are you doing this with like studying, schoolwork, your kid? Like you're really pushing me to actually pull T25 out of my closet and do it, since I haven't done it in like 3 years. So like that makes me feel good. And then that helps me bring about like, well, would a challenge group help you? Do you do Shakeology, things like that? So a lot of it has been like that, just helping with people. But I know for me, I felt like I shouldn't even talk to you guys tonight because a lot of them have been discount coaches. But then I talked to Lori and she's like, well, Al, that's how I started out. So, because a lot of people give you that pushback when they hear the price of Shakeology. So when you kind of present the discount option, it kind of helps bring them in, and then, they can at least try it and then maybe see the success that other people are having, and then may come on, actually try to build their own team. So I haven't really gotten to that point yet. I'm hoping, hoping that it goes there. But, and I know I had a friend recently just text me because she had another friend on Facebook hit 1-star diamond, and she asked me about what that was. And she's like, wow. She goes, maybe I want to do this coaching thing. Like, maybe I will look into this. So, I got the 30-minute video from, oh my gosh, what's happening in my head?
Andrea.
From Andrea. So I sent her to watch that about like income building and things like that. So hopefully, it's just, I don't know. Part of me felt like it was just luck, but part of it I think is believing in what you're doing. So.
For sure. Yeah, when we have people that approach us, that generally means that you're doing really good on your profile, consistently talking about healthy behaviors, but more than just talking about healthy behaviors, you're still incorporating real life. Like you still post pictures of your son, of your family life, the little whimsical things that you post. So they're still getting a lot of you, but they're also getting what you're doing on your journey too.
Right.
It's a really good balance. So when you're talking to someone about, say someone's asking you about 21-day fix, do you feel that do you believe in the product enough to be able to talk about it?
Well, the problem is that I've never finished a full round of 21-day fix.
Okay, so maybe 21-day fix was the wrong one. You did say that you do that one less, but you do size, I think, was one that you say.
Yeah, when I started like coaching in August, that's what I did because I love dancing. Like I've danced since I was in kindergarten. That's just like my thing. So when size came out, I thought that was going to be a huge push for like a lot of friends that I used to dance with in high school, which surprisingly, like it wasn't. But I think when I started coaching in August, nothing worked out timing wise for me. Like that just wasn't the time for me to get any further and, with my team. Somehow something in January just has clicked. I'm not really sure what happened, but I've been able to give more time to Beachbody, I think, and like to further this. So I don't know, talking to people about size, I'm just passionate about that. That helped. And then T25, I've had results in the past and like am getting results again. So I think that's what's also pushing people to maybe talk to me. I don't know. Not that I posted the results yet.
You feel like you're more able to sell the things that you feel passionate that work.
Right, that I've done. Like people ask me about 21 Day Fix, and I feel like that's like always the promotion and always the thing people talk about, but I don't do the portion cups. I do like more like calorie and kind of went along like PIO lines like she does. It's kind of like portion cups, but she just, it's like
She has measurements instead of the actual containers.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's the difference. I haven't actually done 21 Day Fix to kind of talk to people about that. So I'm more comfortable talking about things that I know have worked for me, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it because I think it says a lot about how when we try a program and when we experience how it works, we're more likely to be able to tell people about it, especially because you're never going to suggest to someone something you don't think is going to be right for them.
Right.
And so since 21 Day Fix has not been your jam, I think you said you've only sold one of those, right?
Yes, which it was to my brother who really loves Shakeology. And I was like, listen, why don't you become a discount coach? And you know what? You can get this free workout. Like, let's just do this. So it's there for him or my sister-in-law, if they ever just want to pick it up. Because, like, they've tried Insanity. I mean, those are long workouts for them with their family and everything. So maybe she will pick up 21 Day Fix and try it one day.
Nice.
Like, option now.
Yeah.
But I know with 22-minute hardcore coming out, I'm really excited about that because so many people have the time problem. So I'm excited about that.
Plus, it's Tony, and he has my heart. I just love him. I just love him. Eric did P90X3 again, and he was like, I love Tony. When we were at Summit, Tony was crossing the street in front of us, and Eric's like, I love you, Tony. He turned around, he's like, I love you too, man.
Oh.
He is my favorite. He's a good favorite to have because for some reason, like when you're at live events, not as many people line up for Tony as everyone else.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm like, you crazy people. So, we hop at Tony's line and he just like loves on everyone. There was a couple with a baby in front of us and he was just like playing with the baby and talking to it. And I was really appreciative that he wasn't rushing for our sake. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Totally off subject. Anyway, so what I love about what Al was saying is that ice pouring. She definitely takes the customer's consideration at heart. So that's a lot what I'm talking about with the script. The purpose of the scripts are to help you figure out what is going to be your client's jam by helping them find the perfect fit for them. And so then when it comes to the point of making the suggestion, this is what I suggest for you, you can back it up by saying because of this and because of that, because they've already told you everything that makes them tick. And so it's not, I think you should buy this product because I really want to have Success Club points and it's what's on sale. It becomes, I really think you should get this product because based on these things that we've said, it is going to change your life. And we can say that knowing wholeheartedly that that's what it is. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the purpose of the script. Each stage has its own point with it. So when you go, I can actually upload them in misFITspiration now. I didn't do that before because Jenny had a little bit of a different process, but now I can post that in the group. But it's also in the new coach training group, which I think everyone should be in, whether you're a new coach or not, because that is where you will add your new coaches to get their training as well. So it's in the bonus group. I was going to share my screen with you. Hang on, let me. Everyone see it? Yes? Yeah. I don't know how to make all the extra stuff on the sides go away. But so when you get to the new coach training support group, you go to the photo section to albums, and then you'll be able to see all the different photo albums that I have going. And the first one I wanted to talk to you about is this challenge group bonus. I really feel like this should be week 1 because it's a lot of great information for brand new coaches. Challengers, interview, and script guides. So I have Misfit Republics here, and I also have my own script. I highly encourage you guys to go through these scripts and figure out what is your jam, like what relates to you, and kind of go through it and reword it for your own voice. You are not bound to a script. If talking by a script is not where you feel excited, I totally understand that. I encourage you to use it the first few times you talk to someone And then afterwards, rely on your gut instinct, or even have just like a checklist of things to talk to them about. For my script, when you open it, pardon me, I go through all of the different questions. I ask them what their health and fitness goals are, because if someone's looking to drop a lot of weight, I know how to talk to them about doing so. If it's someone who wants to tone up, we can talk to them about toning up. We don't want to put the wrong words in, because say someone is just looking to tone up and we say, oh my gosh, 21-day fix, I lost, or so-and-so lost, 50 pounds with it, and someone is looking to tone, that is not a selling point for them. They're not going to be excited about it. So they're going to be already, the mindset that happens is they're either on the offensive or the defensive. And when you're asking questions, you're kind of taking control of the conversation in a way that puts them at ease. It's not taking control of the situation like a car dealer. It's not like that. It is saying, I have all the information. Let me ask you questions and we're going to find the right fit for you. And guys, sometimes we have nothing that's the right fit for them, and that's okay. I have people that say, I really just want to go to the gym. We have Body Beast that walks them through how to use the gym. Some people are like pros at using the gym. It's okay if we can't help them in that regard. It's okay. But we want to make sure that we're giving them the right suggestions for them so we can feel confident about helping them. So then I ask, what kind of workouts do you like? I've had people saying, I hate anything that has to do with hand weights. Okay, there are a ton of exercises I could take off of my list right now. Or I hate yoga. I'm not going to suggest plyo. All of these questions help you handle those objections before they even come up, before they have the opportunity to say, yeah, I'm not really interested in that. I don't like yoga. It doesn't even matter, because you have already learned what they like, so that when you provide the suggestion, it's based off of their needs. All of these questions, like how many times per day would you like to spend on your fitness? If someone says an hour, I'm like, holy crap, I wish I was as cool as you, but I have different suggestions. Maybe 22-minute hardcore is not the right one. Anyway, this script I have used and tweaked for the last 2.5 years. I feel like it fits so well. And pretty much everyone I talk to, I use this script. I literally have it open and I copy and paste. Not because it's not genuine, but because it keeps me making sure that I ask all the right questions. In here, I tell you when to make the suggestion. And it says, after hearing more about you, I say 21-day fix. I just included the information for 21-day fix because that is the one that is the best for people who are starting out. I truly feel like for a gateway into exercise, that 21-day fix is the way to go. So I just included that just to have some kind of program represented here for you guys. And I have all the pricing details, but you can put in the information for any of the programs you want. It does not have to be 21-day fix. You just change up the information a little bit using the FAQ from the Coach Online office. So it tells you all about how I do it. I usually make the suggestion. I tell them all about it. I prepare them for Shakeology to tell them what it is, because it used to be when I first started that Shakeology was a sticking point. You hear about any food being $130 and you're like, whoa, what am I eating that is $130? But by preparing them and saying, like, this is why I enjoy it. This is what it's done for me. And I swear to you guys, Shakeology has given me some mental balance. My husband thinks it. And so by being able to tell that to other women, that it provides a mental balance. And I really think that it provides a mental balance because your body's not worried about all the different depletions in your body. That it's not focused on sending all these signals, these cravings, and like, this is low, that is low, stressed here. It has the nutrients to balance it. And so I feel more balanced mentally having Shakeology. Anyway, so all these things I get to tell people about. So I make the suggestion, I provide all the value by explaining it, and then usually after that they ask the price. And that's when I go in and tell them about the price. I break down everything that they get. Sometimes for people I take out, you get the program alone for whatever price, and that's usually if, based on what they say, I think that Shakeology would be the best fit for them. If something they have said has led me to believe that Shakeology could completely change their lives, I take out the individual. If it's something that they're super interested in, I'll tell them that. I'll tell them that they can get the program alone. But I mean, we're in it to change lives, guys. And if I feel like the challenge pack is going to change their life And 9 times out of 10, I think it will. I will say that. After I do the pricing information, I mean, I say I highly suggest it with Shakeology. I do all that again. But then I go into talking about what the challenge group means to me, what it has done for me, what it is. And I ask them, that one doesn't show it on there, but I always say, do you think that would be a help for you? I always end it in a question. But I'd say, like, here's the price, and then I talk about the accountability group. I've like added that on to the end, so it's an extra added value for them. I also added at the end here, if you were ever interested in doing what I do to earn money, or the added accountability for your personal journey, or just the opportunity to earn your investment back, you know, I talked to them about how coaching, the upsell of coaching could help them. And again, you're going to have to trust your gut instinct as you're talking to people. Do you believe in the coaching opportunity? Do you believe what it's done for you? Do you believe in the discount? And those are really important things to get your mindset in the game before you get started. So I make the suggestion for coaching if I feel like they could use the discount. If it's someone that looks like they're going to be using Shakeology for long term, I don't want to take the commission from them. If, like, at this point, I don't need extra discount coaches, but if I feel like it is going to be something that benefits them, I don't want the commission. I would much rather them pocket that discount by doing the coaching account. So I usually suggest it. And you know what? When I present it that way, people don't feel pressure to have to say yes. When I say, like, I'm doing this because I feel like I would rather you have pocket the commission instead of myself, they don't feel like you have to do this for me. They realize that I'm in the position to want to help them, and they're more likely to say yes because there's no pressure coming from me. So I highly suggest that. So that's one of them. I also wanted to talk to you guys about when you get objections. So say you've done all this. You have suggested to someone the absolute perfect fit for them, but they still have objections. So this is where you will go to photos again, to albums, and I have included an entire album of quick and easy objections. And these are a lot of the most common objections. So you can, like, let's see, when they say how much does it cost immediately, oh my gosh, guys, say you post about Shakeology or something, and they're like, how much does it cost? And you're like, I'm going to message you. And then they say, I really just want to know the cost. Chances are good, like, if you guys know color code, they're red. They just want the information. They don't want to be trapped in a conversation if it's not going to benefit them. So this is where you would say there are a range of prices. It really just depends on what program you choose. I'd love to chat with you more about your goals to find the best program for you. So it's saying, like, it's a scale. It depends on what you get, because we don't know if they're going to get just a challenge pack, or just the program, or a challenge pack, or something from the performance line. They don't understand that we are taking their best interest at heart. So we need to, like, make sure they know that we're only going to make the best suggestion for them. But there's a bunch of these in here that give you different things that you can say when people are talking about objections. I love this. It's such an amazing resource. And this actually came from 4 of the top coaches in the industry. I can't take the credit. I didn't write these. They wrote them. It just happens to be what I use. So I highly suggest using this. Make sure you're in the new coach training group and go through these objections that they have on there if ever you need them. And if you have one that that isn't covered here, use this comment section below to ask the entire group how to handle it, and we will help you. I mean, we're all in this together to help each other, to help others. So don't hesitate asking there. I think that's all I had here. I'm gonna stop share. Okay, so sometimes no matter what you do, you're still gonna get objections. We can't win them all, especially sometimes people financially are not in the right position to be able to get started. Now, because I know all of you are making a suggestion that you feel is the absolute right fit for them, not the right fit for you, I feel like they will come around. It doesn't mean no, it means not right now, because for whatever reason, they're not ready. And guys, if any of you can imagine a time that you were not ready, like, I totally remember moments where I'm not ready. Someone would say, hey, do you want to lose weight? And I'm like, I'm eating pizza. I don't want to talk to you. about any of this weight loss stuff, because after pizza, I'm going to binge on ice cream and birthday cake, and I'm totally happy for doing so. Like, my mind was not ready, and you can't expect that their mind is ready, even if they came to you for information. So if they say no, it's not something you did, they're not ready, but they will still follow you on your journey. I still suggest you reach out to them. Occasionally, I put them on my follow-up list. I check in with them and make sure that they're okay. I comment on their news feed, and I give them free resources. There's a lot of free resources out there we can give them, and we host a lot of free groups, and you guys should feel strengthened to host free groups for people too, from clean eating groups, crockpot groups, exercise groups, to like organizing, like anything you want to provide a value to your audience. So you'll be able, like, use your follow-up list and invite to those, because you're giving them a value without them having to spend money on you, and then they'll see where your heart is in this the whole time. Yeah, support them anyway. Sometimes I had a girl today that she said, I'm really just enjoying going to the gym right now, but I need a little help. So bodybuilding.com, Jamie Eason's Live Fit Trainer, it's like a 12-week program. I've used it. I used it before I was in Beachbody. I prefer Beachbody to it, but for a free resource for someone who's already going to the gym and enjoys going to the gym, it's amazing. So I make sure I tell them about that, tell them about my FitnessPal for calorie counting. I mean, we know of free resources we can hand them, so make sure you're doing so that they understand they're not a number. Okay, guys? All right, I'm going to stop recording.